Did you know subtle put-downs are a power play to undermine you? Manipulation happens more than you think. And if you aren't careful, businesses run by algorithms may end up redlining marginalized consumers. Learn the communication tactics to assert your value and lead negotiations with confidence. It's sneaky, isn't it? It's all about influence and control. People who try to manipulate you often want to be in charge. They may have low self-esteem, so they need to put others down to feel better. It can be for many reasons like ego, or maybe they just want to gain something, or simply want to avoid doing what they are told. Recognizing the manipulation is the very first important step. Once you understand it, you have to start doing something to help protect yourself. One common tactic is guilt tripping. They might say things to make you feel bad, so you'll do what they want, or they might lie to you, or just say things in a way that isn't clear, or project their feelings onto you, saying you are feeling like that, but that's how actually they are feeling. They keep changing the goalpost constantly. No matter what you do, it would be never enough. Then there's triangulation, where they bring in other people to make you feel ganged up on, or try to love bomb you by overwhelming you with gifts and attention. Another big thing to watch out for are what we call logical fallacies. These are like tricks your mind can play on you, or that other people might use to try and trick you. The first one is something called a slippery slope. You can't always believe in slippery slope scenarios because most of the time it's not as extreme of a situation. Hasty generalization happens when you just jump to conclusions based on something small. Post hoc ergo propter hoc. This is a long word that really just says because two things happen, one after the other, it is not always necessary that they caused each other. Next up is genetic fallacy, that says something about how a person or ideas is and they came from, that it has no bearing on if the person is actually good or not. Now let's look at begging the claim, which you would hear often these people use. It just assume things so it can come to a conclusion. A circular argument is what you use when you restate something as a reason. Then there's the false dilemma. That makes you think that only two answers when that's not the actual reality. These fallacies are basically flaws in reasoning that can make an argument weak or deceptive. These are just a few examples to help you find more easily. But what if you want to actually make a good argument, one based on logic and reason? One key is understanding something called rhetoric, the art of persuasion. You need to find and be trustworthy. You want to use strong information to back up everything you want to say, and you also want to use something called ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos is the ethical appeal that builds trust in the person doing the speaking. Pathos is an appeal that deals with emotions. Finally, logos that deals with logic to sway an audience. Now all of this is useless if you cannot actively listen and understand what the other party is saying. Being able to listen and reframe their sentences or summarize so you can actually understand what's being discussed, that is incredibly important. It is important to take the time to consider or find common ground. The goal is to understand and be empathetic towards other viewpoints to see how they operate, so you are able to respond more accurately to what you were told. This goes hand in hand with critical thinking skills, which would allow you to assess the honesty or ethics to see if what they are saying is accurate so that the conversation stays on track. That means calling out assumptions and misinterpretations on either end, whether intended or unintended. Even when disagreeing, showing the respect that you understand each other could make for a much more easy negotiation. Don't try to always win at the cost of the other person losing. Try to seek for ways to find outcomes so everyone wins. There may be situations where the stakeholders may have some sustainable issues where this is impossible, or it isn't easy, but try your best. This will help build trust over time. When people know you aren't just trying to influence them for your benefit, they are more likely to listen to you and respect your viewpoint. It's like anything in life, there will be limitations where you can't find ways to make any of this happen. For this kind of topic, it would involve having to consider many different viewpoints and cultural norms, and there's limited time to do so in this video. But if you, the person watching, is interested, make sure to do additional research to this topic. It can be a really helpful and valuable. This video was just the tip of the iceberg, and with what you have learned, you can apply it today and greatly understand what makes conversations better. Did you find this valuable and worth it? Please leave a like and make sure to share it to as many people you know. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to keep watching such amazing videos every week.